When you're in a position of leadership, you have a responsibility to always do the right thing and to always lead with the utmost integrity. Let's talk about that this week. One of the problems sales leaders, sales managers, or people in general positions of leadership struggle with or come into challenges over their career. At a certain point in time in your career and leadership, you are going to lose your ability to influence people. You are going to make a mistake. You are going to have bad judgment. We're all human and we're all susceptible to making those same exact mistakes. There is no such thing as a perfect leader. And if anyone is to say they're a perfect leader, I would get out of that organization. So the problem becomes you lose your ability to influence. You lose your ability to gain trust. Bottom line, you lose your credibility. How do you fix that? Well, it's really simple. Number one, leave your ego at the door. There's no ego in leadership. You're not always right. You're not always going to be the best response. You're not always going to have let me rephrase that. You're not always going to have the correct response. You're not always going to have the answer. So check your ego. Number two, transparency is key. If you want to gain trust and credibility and you're in a position of leadership, being transparent is way more valuable than being vague. An example may be if you ever have to roll out or deliver some news that your sales team may not take gracefully, that it may be a point of contention, it may be an area of concern. The only way to deliver that news is to be transparent. Because if you have a vague explanation or you don't deliver and you withhold or omit information, you lose credibility. You tell your sales team, I essentially don't trust you to have the perspective that I have. Let's be honest here. It's almost 2021. And in the world of sales and sales leadership and information technology today, everyone has information at the speed of their hand. So being transparent as a sales leader is only going to benefit you. It will help you create the ability to influence. It will give you credibility and it will create trust between you and those who follow you. Now, just because you're a transparent leader and you check your ego out the door doesn't mean you're always going to have the right answers and doesn't mean you're always going to be favorable in the world of sales leadership. One of the other problems that we have in sales leadership is sometimes we have to deliver bad news. You have to go to the people who've trusted you, who you've gained their trust. You've gained credibility with them because you are, as we mentioned before, the leader that doesn't have an ego. You are a leader who is transparent, but yet you still have to deliver bad news. This isn't easy for anyone. It's not easy for you to deliver bad news, and it's not easy for the people who follow you to hear the bad news. So how do you do it? Super simple. Really simple, to be honest with you. And I don't understand why sales leaders struggle with it. Being empathetic when you deliver bad news goes a really long way. Now notice, I said being empathetic, not sympathetic. You see, when I have to deliver bad news to people who work with me, maybe their quota has been raised, maybe we've lost a contract, maybe something's going to affect their income. Expressing a level of empathy that is genuine goes way further than just saying 50-year-old sales leadership statements. It is what it is. Control what you can control. The numbers are what they say they are. We all know that. We all get that. And we understand that. However, what we look for when we want to follow a leader, and when you're a leader and you want people to follow you, is to display a heightened level of empathy. Understand the impact of your news to the people you're delivering it to. When people can genuinely tell you have an empathetic approach and you're understanding the impact of the bad news you're going to deliver, people are more likely to take that bad news. They're going to be upset, but at the end, they're going to respect you. And at the end, you'll still have the ability to influence and lead, which is the job of sales leadership. Influence, lead, and recruit. And we didn't talk too much today about recruiting, but the ability to influence and lead, that comes when you have a heightened level of empathy, you check your ego at the door, and you remain transparent with all those who follow you. If you're in a position of sales leadership and you struggle with this, or you have news you may not know how to deliver, reach out to me, get a hold of me. Catapulting Commissions family, guess what? We have the text community going on. It's been going on for the past month. We have tons of engagement on there, and you get direct coaching from me. So to join the community, I'll answer your sales leadership questions there directly. Shoot me a text at 661-228-8967. Shoot a text there, say hello. You'll get a copy of Catapulting Commissions, and you'll get connected to the community. Also, if you like the blog, subscribe, comment, leave your messages below. I typically respond to all comments within the first day the video is posted. Other than that, guys, I'm Anthony Garcia. That's what I got for you this week. I will see you next week.